Origins of Moonstone. Dr. Carla Sofen is a founding member of the Thunderbolts and former member of the Masters of Evil. She has flirted with both sides of the law in Norman Osborn's Avengers as Ms. Marvel. She's a control freak with nearly limitless power granted her by Moonstones, hence her code name. Growing up in a California mansion, Carla watched as her father put others before himself while he worked as a butler. After her father's death, Carla's mother was forced to work 3 jobs just to put her through the best colleges. During this time, Carla vowed to always place herself first, so that she would never end up like her parents. She also vowed to only be around people that she could control. After she graduated from high school, Carla moved on to college and attended many lectures taught by Dr. Leonard Sampson. She ultimately received an MD specializing in psychiatry and built a successful practice for herself. However, Carla was still dissatisfied with having to depend on her clients for income, so she began to work with Dr. Faustus and other criminals to fulfill her lust for power and control. During this time, Dr. Faustus taught Carla some of his methods of psychology in an unofficial capacity, giving her extensive knowledge in this area. Carla was asked to help the prison board with the original Moonstone, Lloyd Block, due to the outlandish cost of the cell he was required to be contained in. After learning of its powers, she devised a way to make him reject the Moonstone, using a hallucinogenic gas which caused him to believe that he was a monster and then to reject the stone. When Carla picked up the stone, it was absorbed into her body and she took on its powers. A new Moonstone was born. Moonstone then joined the corporation and briefly controlled the Hulk and caused General Thunderbolt Ross to have a nervous breakdown. Craving more power, she stole the Enervator from Dr. Kurt Connors in order to go to the moon to attain more Moonstones. After being recruited by Egghead and Baron Heinrich Zima, she joined the Masters of Evil until she was jailed for her crimes. The Masters of Evil broke Moonstone out of the vault to join the heroic Thunderbolts, where she took on the identity of Meteorite. After meeting Jolt, she persuaded the team to let the young woman join. The two soon grew close and Carla took on an almost motherly role in the young woman's life. When the Thunderbolt's true nature was revealed to the public, CEO Baron Zima, Moonstone, Jolt, Mach 4, and Songbird rallied against him. Wanting to continue their lives as heroes, the group defeated the brainwashed Fantastic Four and Avengers with the help of Iron Man. When the battle was over, the group decided to pay their debt to society so they could start new lives as heroes. Unfortunately, before they were able to do this, they were transported to an alternate dimension. Taking on leadership of the team, Carla defeated the Cosmogeon Primator Jequakekt, which allowed them to return to Earth. Moonstone used her psychological prowess to defeat Graviton, though her teammates felt that she neglected to consider the consequences of her actions. When Hawkeye promised the team pardons, Carla stepped aside, allowing him to lead the team instead. Later, during the team's battle with the current roster of the Masters of Evil, she considered turning on them, but quickly changed her mind. Fighting against the Secret Empire, Carla became involved with Hawkeye, but began to have nightmares about an alien woman. The team was attacked by Scourge and unfortunately Jolt was killed. Carla took her death very hard and went in search of answers after a fight with the V Battalion. Then, seeking help, she went to the Kree and received the answers she was looking for. The alien woman in her dreams was the previous owner of the Moonstone and was influencing Carla's desires to be a hero. The Thunderbolts along with Captain Marvel found her and attempted to help her. After talk of removing the stone from her body was rejected, the group opted to leave it in place. Instead, they hoped to wipe all the memories of the previous owner from the object. This left all of Moonstone's decisions and the consequences thereof to her. Returning to Earth, the team found Jolt alive and well. In spite of this good news, Moonstone discovered that Hawkeye's promises of pardons were just a ruse. She exposed him to the rest of the team and went after Scourge and the man controlling him, Henry Gyrick. Their defeat of the Redeemers led to the revelation that Henry Gyrick was being controlled as well. The team eventually received a full pardon from Valerie Cooper. Graviton re-emerged and hired Carla as his teacher. She taught him how to better control his powers and made him fall in love with her. He attacked and killed the Redeemers and held most of the world's heroes in place, relocating many major cities to the sky. The team of would-be heroes reformed, only to find Carla at Graviton's side. Because of her hesitation to fight them, his powers imploded and sent the team to counter Earth. While there, the team finally had their chance to be true heroes. They helped to save many people, and Carla even reshaped the minds of the political leaders in order to give them a new way of thinking. While there, Moonstone acquired another Moonstone from the Phantom Eagle, which greatly augmented her powers. They then returned to Earth shortly after, leaving the younger members there to continue their work. Shortly after, the Thunderbolts, with Baron Zemo as a member, once more designed a machine called the Liberator in an attempt to drain the world of potentially harmful energies to make way for true peace. However, none of the Thunderbolts trusted Zemo yet. Iron Man had secretly infiltrated the group disguised as Cobalt Man to make sure Zemo was not attempting to control the world's energy for himself. When Iron Man did not report back to the Avengers, the mighty heroes arrived just after the machine was activated, and believed the machine was built to harm the world. Captain America attempted to destroy the machine, and the energy seemingly disappeared, leading to a fight between the long-standing team of heroes and the reformed villains. Moonstone inexplicably began to writhe in pain, yet quickly recovered, exhibiting even stronger powers than she had thus far. She then revealed she had put a backdoor program into the Liberator that would divert the energy into her, just in case Zemo betrayed the Thunderbolts and the world. Captain America's assault on the machine caused this backdoor program to kick into effect and direct the energy toward her. She then became emotionally unstable, angered by the Avengers' interference and lack of trust, and lashed out at the heroes. She continued her decline into madness as Captain America and Zemo continued to argue over whom was to blame for the situation. However, every time someone began to reason with Moonstone, her emotions and frustration only worsened, until her new power combined with Scarlet Witch's chaos magic and began to rip the fabric of space and time. Ultimately, after repeated attempts to reach out and save the world and Moonstone, Hawkeye had no choice but to release an arrow that would allow the Avengers to separate Carla and her Moonstones. With the Moonstones removed from her body, she fell into a coma. After some time, she was taken by the Commission on Superhuman Activities, who used their resources to link her mind with Songbird, whom found the powerful stones once more and returned them to Carla, bringing her back to consciousness. During the Civil War, Moonstone was blackmailed into becoming the leader of the team by Norman Osborn Green Goblin. Well aware of how important the team's public image was, she was very careful to hide the more ruthless side of the team, but was still a less than capable leader. Moonstone often clashed with Songbird and even convinced SHIELD agents to give Osborn placebos rather than his prescribed medication. In a recent battle with American Eagle, she was shot through the wrist by a crossbow and ordered Bullseye to cripple him. When 4 psychic supervillains invaded the Thunderbolts Mountain, they manipulated Carla into attacking Doc Samson, whom she professed a deep-seated hatred for. Moonstone managed decently against Samson, however, when she attempted to attack Penance, he deflected her beam and knocked her through several walls. Although she did manage to survive, it was noted that Moonstone would still require nanosurgery, although it would be about 2 weeks before her body was healthy enough to undergo the operation. Once she recovered, Moonstone was among the members of the team that was attacked by the sleeper Skrull agent known as Kun-NR, who had taken the form of Captain Marvel. Kun-NR then rejected his original programming, and chose instead to defend the human race. He later used his power to easily shut down Moonstone's source of power after revealing the Moonstone's Kree origin. After a discussion with Osborn, Kun-Nar left the area and allowed the team to recover before launching an attack on a Skrull airship. Karla, along with the swordsman and his newly cloned sister, Andrea, moved to the control center. However, Karla believed Andrea's recent arrival clearly marked her as a Skrull, so she attacked the swordsman, knocking him unconscious in order to negotiate a deal with the Skrulls. Unfortunately for her, Andrea was not a Skrull and brutally attacked her. Andrea was prepared to unleash another attack that would have killed Moonstone, however, she was instead killed by Bullseye when he stabbed her from behind. Bullseye then attempted to kill Moonstone, but she turned intangible and began threatening Bullseye just to keep him in line. Powers. Karla is able to access a variety of powers after a Kree gravity stone found on the Earth's moon was bonded to her central nervous system. Kree gravity stones are shards of a life stone derived from the Kree tree of life. Her powers include self-propelled flight, intangibility, the ability to manipulate gravity in a variety of ways like force blasts, superhuman strength, speed, stamina, reflexes, generation of miniature black holes, and transportation of objects through dimensional rifts. Also, her costume is an extension of the stone and can be altered at will. Karla possesses an MD in psychology, however she also holds extensive knowledge in the area of psychoanalysis due to her time studying under Dr. Faustus. This has helped to make her an expert manipulator. Karla also has perfect control over her voice. She can alter her pitch and modulation to varying degrees to literally drive a man crazy, as shown with what she did to Red Hulk.